Tracy here with Keeper of the Home at 4D Farms. I just want to let y'all know, first of all, you might better go grab you something to drink and a little snacky, because I do not know how long this video is going to be, because I have just felt compelled, and the Lord has just laid it on my heart to do this video, because I have touched on this subject in little bits and pieces, tips and tricks in several of my videos. But I'm like, what if they didn't watch that video? They might have missed that tip. And I'm like, okay, there's got to be an easy. And then I have people messaging me and emailing me and commenting on my social media and stuff. Where can I find that, what you said about, what video was that? Let me get back to you, because I don't really remember, because y'all, sometimes I can be in the middle of a video and a thought come into my mind and I just blurt it out, and there you go. I could say something about hunting in a Canon and something video, or because squirrel, y'all, I have squirrel moments, okay? And I can be talking about one subject and the next minute I chase a rabbit hole. So y'all, my point being, this video, I'm trying to go back and compile everything I've said in little snippets here and there in other videos and narrow it down, narrow it down to one video, to where you can just sit down, grab a pen and a piece of paper after you grab your snacky and something to drink, because I'm going to blurt out some tips and tricks, because y'all, this is things that I have learned over years. And I wished I could have sat down and learned these things when me and my husband first got married, and we moved 3,000 miles away from home, and we were on our own, and we were 19 or 20 years old. Yes. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to eat. Oh. Let me scratch just a second. Okay. Anyway. And I didn't, y'all, when we moved 3,000 miles away from home, he was in the service. And we were stationed, okay? Y'all, we hadn't met anybody yet, no friends, no family. We didn't learn these things. We just knew that our parents did the grocery shopping. It was their money. They spent their money. And his mother grew a garden. Y'all, she had to grow a garden to help put food on the table, because she had 6 kids. Well, yeah, 6 kids. I think 6 kids, okay? And she had to grow a garden, y'all. And that was the main staple of her grocery shopping and her providing for her family. And you know, my mama, at one time, she was a single mother. And y'all, they just bought what they could afford. And y'all, we're still having to do that today. You're still having to buy what you can afford. You're single, you're just now learning, or you're a single parent and you got to put food on the table and you're responsible for the grocery shopping, or you're married and you're still the one responsible for the grocery shopping. And y'all, you got to learn. You're going to learn today. There's tips and tricks, things that I've learned over the years. And y'all, if I could sit down and teach some young girls today, this is exactly some of the tips and tricks that I'd sit down and tell them, which I'm going to tell you in a video. So you young girls, grab you some chairs, get comfortable, get you a pen and a piece of paper, a little snacky, something to drink, and we're going to get started, okay? Because y'all, these days, these oh my gosh, these prices will kill you, y'all. These prices will kill you. I remember starting out learning how to do some grocery shopping, y'all, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna buy this, and we're gonna eat off of it until it's gone because it's on sale. And y'all, I'm not kidding. 99-cent boxes, or at the time, I think they were 75 cents boxes of Hamburger Helper. We would go, and instead of buying the ground beef in the packages or the chubs like they have today, we would buy the boxes of pre-made patties, and they were layered, you know, and I would take like 2 patties out. And that would be the meat that would go in that 75-cent box of Hamburger Helper. And I would buy enough boxes of Hamburger Helper to go along with 2 patties each. 2 patties for this box, 2 patties for this. Y'all, and I had it narrowed down to the T, okay? We lived off macaroni and cheese. Kraft macaroni and cheese, or the store brand macaroni and cheese, 50 cents a box at that time. The store brand might have been 25 cents a box, but y'all, you go try to buy a box of macaroni and cheese today, and how much are you going to spend? Okay, I started learning over the years how to do some things. That's how we did it when we were like, and we didn't know, nobody taught us. And y'all, we bought just like the canned, we didn't have a garden, okay? We were in the military. You can't have a garden in the military when you're going from here to here to here. Okay, so I was like, canned goods. They were cheaper than anything that was in the freezer sections at that time, back in those days. Gosh, I'm old. Back in the day when we had to walk in the snow 5 miles to school. Y'all know them stories. Y'all, we are getting old. Back in those days, canned goods were cheaper than the freezer section vegetables. Okay, so we would get stocked up on canned vegetables. Okay? And just pair that with some of that Hamburger Helper, y'all. We couldn't afford the other things that we wanted to eat, okay? Y'all, if you're on a fixed income, you're pinching pennies. You gotta learn how to shop wisely, because over the years I've seen prices go up and I've seen things get ridiculous. And even when they say this is on sale, it's not really on sale. Yeah, because sometimes they'll bump up that price and then turn around and do a big sale on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen what those were a few months ago before you decided to call it a big sale. I've caught some things in the grocery stores, y'all. Okay, so over the years, let's see, when kids came along, okay, our firstborn, y'all, I used to go to Benton Dent stores. And if you don't know what that is, it's like these little stores, or it's called Benton Dent where I'm from, okay? It's where these little stores are franchised to where they can get merchandise, product, whatever, goods, groceries, that the cans may be dented, like they've dropped it, and the big retailers can't resell those, so they have to just chunk it over here, and they got to get rid of it somehow. That's where these little Benton Dent stores comes in. Package, let's see, a label may be torn off or something, or halfway peeled off. A package may be just a little bit damaged or something. Some produce that don't look high quality for this high quality retail store, grocery store, chain. You know, like, oh, that don't look good enough to display on our displays. We're going to get rid of that. See? Okay. Now, some of those grocery stores have started having like a little section where now they're like, okay, this is going to be like our imperfect or blemish section. Check those out. That's on my notes. I got notes. Check those out. Okay. Sit down, and I'm fixing to chase rabbits when I haven't got up to that point yet. Okay, I'm trying to do this in an organized manner and break it down easy for you so you can understand. I've already showed y'all in plenty of videos how I meal plan. Okay, my meal planning is different, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. I'm just going to make it quick because I don't want to keep repeating myself, which I still tend to do, by the way. Oh well. Where was I? Squirrel. My meal planning is different when we're not at home versus when we're home. When we are home, we grow a garden. I can go in there and grab those vegetables I need to make a meal and plan that meal plan, okay? My husband likes to buy the meats, okay? He does the meat shopping. He keeps up with the sales. He goes and buys the meats because y'all, I know more about chicken than I do about beef and pork. He knows the cuts, what they can be used for, how he can break those down and use them for something else. He's got videos. I don't know anything about the beef. I don't know anything about the pork. I just know I love me some bacon. I know more about chicken, y'all, than I do anything else. I was raised on chicken. He's the beef eater. I'm the chicken eater. Okay, winner, chicken dinner. He's the beef eater. Okay, he gets sick of chicken. I get sick of beef. We have to compromise. I'm chasing a rabbit. Let me get refocused, regroup. He keeps an eye on the sales. And used to, we would keep an eye out at Sam's. We had a Sam's Club's card. I'm going to get to that point in just a minute. We had a Sam's Club card. And we would constantly keep up with the sales. We would buy all of our ground beef there because, y'all, they have those long 10-pound tubes. And we would buy like 5 of those tubes. And we would bring those home. 1 pound, 1 pound, 1 pound, 1 pound, 1 pound. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds of ground beef we could get on sale by doing it that way versus the packaging. Y'all, tip. I'm going to give you tips and then I'm going to give you tricks how to combat it. We're going to fight, okay? Tips. Things that are already pre-cut, pre-peeled, and packaged in more things like the styrofoam, the plastic containers, the plastic wrap. The more labor that they put into packaging something and processing it, you're going to pay more for those than if you just go and buy that pineapple or that watermelon and break it down yourself. Okay? Y'all, here's another tip. It's cheaper to buy a whole chicken when it's on sale and learn how to break it down yourself when you get home. Maybe learn how to break down a chicken and cut it up before you go buy that whole chicken. Either way, learn how to break down a chicken because it's easier. We used to wait for Kroger sales. There was just something about Walmart. I'm sorry, Walmart. Walmart's chicken that we don't like the companies, okay? There's a Heritage Farm, I think, is the one that Kroger carries. And we like that farm's chicken better than we do the farms that Walmart buys from, that supplies Walmart with their chicken. Y'all see what I'm saying? Commerce, y'all, where they get their products from. Who supplies their products? When we were in the restaurant business, we used to order from Cisco and Pocahontas. You've got restaurants that has companies they buy from that supplies their ingredients, their groceries, okay? Chain stores do the same thing. You may not find Heritage Farm supplying Kroger, Walmart, Food Line, Costco, Sam's, all of them, okay? We like that particular farm's chicken over the farm that supplies Walmart. So we would wait for Kroger to run sales on that chicken, and y'all would go buy big packages just like we would at Sam's with our hamburger meat, and bring it home, tear open those packages. Y'all would buy 50 and 60 pounds at a time. Tear open those packages, break them down into meal portions for just me and him. When there was 4 of us at home, I'd break it down into 4 servings. Then when one left home, that left 3. Now we're down to 2, okay? So we break it down into meal portions, into servings. Put it in vacuum sealed bags and put it in the freezer. Buy in bulk, bring it home, break it down, and repackage it, put it in your freezer. There's 2 tips for you right there. But he liked to do the meats. When we do the garden, it's easy for me to just go in there and grab some vegetables that we've already got, okay? When I meal plan at home, we've got the meats, we've got the vegetables. All I have to do when I'm throwing a meal together, I may be missing 1 ingredient. Down on the grocery list it goes, and that's all we have to buy. Now, if I am out somewhere, we're not at home, we're on a work trip, my meal planning's completely different because I have to start from fresh. I can't go in there and grab that squash and that zucchini and my tomatoes off the shelf and my homemade spaghetti sauce. It kills me, y'all, to have to start from scratch. So I start my meal planning, and I'm like, I'll come up just a quick meal plan, how I do it. Okay, I gotta throw it in there. You can't talk about grocery shopping without talking about meal planning. You can't talk about meal planning, definitely, without having to go grocery shopping. They go together, y'all. They're married. Okay, so just quick. When I'm out and about and we're not at home and I have to meal plan, and I've got videos on that, and I have to sit down and I'll get my husband's advice. What do you want, dear? What would you like? What meals would you like? I try to get his input. Then I'm like, okay, I want this kind of meal. Okay, so then I'm like, I start writing things down, what I need. But then I'm like, wait a minute, I've got a box of spaghetti here that I'm gonna go for this meal. Okay, I'm gonna have some left over, so what meal can I make next, incorporating those ingredients in it? See? When you're doing your meal planning, think about this meal, what you're going to purchase, that first meal, what you've purchased to make that first meal. You're going to have some leftover ingredients. See what meal you can come up with finishing up those ingredients. Make those ingredients just keep trickling down into recipes until they're all gone. Then you have to start all over from fresh again. But that's okay, y'all. You're using up those things already. And I always stress this. When I'm meal planning, I shop my refrigerators and my pantries first. And I still implement that when I'm not at home. Just like I said, when I make this meal, I'm going to have leftover ingredients. I'm going to use as much as I can. Then when it's time, all those meals are gone and it's time to meal plan for the next week, I'm like, okay, let me go to the refrigerator. I've got some leftover peppers and onions and some flour tortillas right there. Aha. How many things just came to my mind with bell peppers, onions, and tortillas? Y'all see the picture? Start shopping your refrigerators first, your pantries first. Oh, I got some corn up here. Fajitas and some Mexican street corn. Burritos or enchiladas and a side of corn, Mexican corn. You got some rice up there. Enchiladas, tacos, fajitas paired with some refried beans and some rice. Y'all, I just see... Use what you've got on hand first, okay? Then start making your grocery list. Okay, I can use these to make this, and I only have to go buy this one thing, so let's put that on the grocery list. That's enough about meal planning. Y'all, I've have tons of videos on meal planning and how I do it versus at home and versus when I'm out. And I got to start fresh and come up with Okay? A lot of times, I don't, if I'm starting fresh, yes, I do come up with recipes. Recipe books, Facebook, Pinterest. Oh, Pinterest, y'all. I get fat just looking at, y'all, ideas on Pinterest. Okay, and then, yeah, that first grocery shopping trip is going to cost me the most. Okay? But, like I tell my husband, he's like, you spent how much? Wait, dear, there's more. But there's more. Watch, dear. And then he sees I've made every single one of those ingredients keep on trickling down to the next recipe. And I only had to buy it one time, dear. Just that first shopping trip cost me the most. And it may be when you're going grocery shopping for that week, that one grocery shopping trip may cost you the most. Okay? So, tip number 1. If y'all, I don't know when this video is going to go up, but if I've either got a video coming and I'm going to spill some of it right now, or you need to go and watch it. Okay? So I don't know which one, when I'm going to upload this video. But I went grocery shopping one day. Yeah, I was mentally exhausted. If you are the person that does the grocery shopping in the family, I don't mean this offensively, and please don't take it that way, but please learn tips and tricks on how to grocery shop. I drug my boys around grocery stores trying to teach them how to grocery shop economically. Compare this to this. Compare pounds per price, price per pound, price per ounce, and then sales like 2 for this price or 3 for this price. How many pounds am I getting 2 for that price versus pounds for 3 for this price? And then the prices would be different. Y'all, it will mentally exhaust you. If you're the one that does that's gonna go do the grocery shopping, know something about grocery shopping, and implement these little tips and tricks, because these grocery stores will fool you. I'm telling you. I've got a couple of videos where I take y'all into the grocery store with me and I point things out to you. Y'all go along to the grocery store with me. Go back and check those videos out. I take you in the grocery store with me and I point out to y'all ways that they try to trick y'all, okay? Learn how to grocery shop. If you've got to stand there and you got to think a lot, you might better go by yourself so you can focus and have mental clarity, and you can mentally focus, because this will wear you out, okay? Mentally. If you're the one that does, I'm gonna have to turn that off. If you're the one that does the grocery shop, to the person that doesn't do the grocery shopping, please appreciate the person that does do the grocery shopping, because they're trying to spend your money. If your wife is the one that does the grocery shopping, she's trying to spend your hard-earned money wisely. Please appreciate her, because she's going to stand there she's going to be the one doing the mental thinking. She's going to be the one to probably sit at home, go through those sales ads and compare prices, or do it online and look at this store's sales and this store's sales. Please appreciate the person that's trying to spend your money wisely and get the most groceries for this amount of money. Y'all, you young folks, sit down and have a budget. Make a budget. Okay? And I used to try to teach my boys this. Like, boys, I've only got so much money. Don't get in here hollering for nothing. I say that all the time. We ain't getting that. We ain't getting this. So don't get in here hollering. You get me? You understand? I said it to my kids, y'all. And I hear mamas saying it all the time before they even get in the store. Don't holler for nothing because you ain't getting nothing. We're sticking to what's on this list. And y'all, sometimes you just have to do that. If you're taking your kids with you, y'all, they can trip you up. They give y'all them little sad faces. Can I have some of these? Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Just stand your ground. Okay? Stand your ground. They will be wanting something and it's going to break your heart to have to tell them no. And it'd be better just go by yourself. Don't go when you're hungry because you're going to buy everything on the shelf. Everything starts looking good. Stick to what's on your list. Next tip. Start at home. When you've got your grocery list, you know what you've got to get. You know what you want. Now hit those sales ads. Download those apps on your phone. Get on the computer and go to their websites. They always put their sales tabloids on there. Okay? Yeah, let me answer. This is my mama. Let me answer this right quick because I'm still scared of her and I need to get this. Hold on. I'm so sorry, y'all. I had to just wind up calling her. She just had so many questions. It was just too much to text. So I just had to just pause it and call her. Okay, where was I? Okay, don't holler for nothing because you ain't getting nothing. Stick to your list, y'all. Stick to what's on your list because they'll get in there. Can I have some cereal? Can I have some of this? Can I have some of this? Okay, yeah, stick to your list, okay? Let's see. I was in the middle of 3 different thoughts. Where was I? Okay, your tabloids. Okay, I think I did get to that point. Maybe, I don't know, y'all. I didn't go back and look at the other clip. Okay, sit down, get your tabloids out. Do it on the apps download the apps on your phone. They always put their weekly tabloids on their website, on their app, and you can scroll through. And y'all, sometimes it's just better to only buy what is on sale. And I don't mean that to sound stingy and not saying, hey, I want a steak, but the sirloin steak, but they're not on sale right now, so I guess I just can't have one. If you want to save money, just buy the things that are on sale. Okay? And that's to shop the sales. Come up, and then another way, y'all, you can meal plan. If you don't know how to come up with recipes on your own, y'all, look at the tabloids. And look at what's on sale and say, hey, that's on sale and that's on sale. I can put those in a recipe. Make your meal plan, buy what's on sale, and then you're only going to buy what's on sale. See, that wasn't so hard, was it? Okay, now, this is what I used to do when I was younger. Y'all, I drug the kids with me going grocery shopping, but I'd put them to use. Okay, if you have to take your kids with you, distract them from grabbing things and throwing it in the buggy and begging for this and this and this and giving you that little sad face. Okay, put them to work. I did this with my granddaughters too, to distract them. Okay, and then y'all, bless their hearts, if I've had to say no about some things. Okay, mama. Okay, G-Mom. I dodged that bullet. A meltdown in the middle of the aisle. I dodged that bullet. I just had some good kids, y'all, and I had some great grandkids, okay? No, I got good grandkids. I don't have great grandkids yet, but they're still great. But, okay, y'all, that was supposed to be a joke, okay? Trying to lighten the mood here. Okay, and I would put them to use. And I'd give one the list that knew how to read. This was our boys. I'd give one the list that knew how to read. And I'd say, you call off what's on the list. Me and Dallas will look for it. Our youngest one. Me and him will look for it. Okay? And then I would let the youngest one do the legwork because he was the youngest. And I needed him to get some energy out. So go get that. No, not that one. That one. It's on sale. And then I'd be standing there with a calculator. We're going to get to that in a minute. Okay? Put your kids to use. Distract them. Get that energy out. You are teaching them at the same time how to do this for when they get out in the world. You're teaching how to shop economically, how to compare sales, how to add and subtract, how to read, and get some exercise. So y'all, winner, chicken dinner. You can't go wrong with that. Okay, so put them to work. Teach them. Y'all, your kids are going to have to learn this for when they get older anyway. I wished I could have grown up doing this, okay? But y'all, we were in that garden, okay? Shucking that corn and shelling those peas and snapping those beans. I know all about it, okay? But these days, a lot of people don't garden, y'all, and don't can and preserve. So you're having to go to the grocery store. And if your kids didn't grow up seeing this, it just gets passed down, and then before you know it, nobody knows how to grocery shop economically anymore. It's got to start somewhere, and it needs to start now with you. Okay, now take a swig of water. I need to wet my whistle. Okay, now, here's the deal, y'all. Oh, let me get to this because it just popped into my mind. When you're sitting down with a budget, you got so much money to spend. I know people that do this, and at one time I used to do it, y'all. If you still do like the cash thing, okay? When you set up some envelopes. This will help with your home organization. I'm going to throw a homemaking budgeting tip in there for you. Do like an envelope system or a budget binder. Oh, y'all, those things are cool. And I found some. A budget binder. It's like a little financial planner that has categories in it and paper and lists. And it's categorized groceries, rent, car payment, auto insurance. You get it? And it has a plastic zipper envelope for each section. Or you can do paper envelopes and a piece of paper and a pen. Okay? Okay? When you get your paycheck, take some cash and let's say you've got a $200 grocery budget. Let's say you've got $100. I wish we could just buy groceries for $100, but it's easier for me to break down, y'all, $100. So 25. Okay. So did you see what I just did? Take $100 out of a paycheck. Okay. And you can even break it down. So you've got $100. Let me back up. You've got $100 budget for the month. Every paycheck, take out $25 and put in the grocery envelope. At the end of the month or the first of the month or middle of the month, whenever you do your grocery shopping, you've got that $100 already saved up in that envelope. Grab that envelope, your list, your car keys, and your wallet and head to the store. There you go. Do your rent the same way. Let's say you've got a $400 rent. You got an envelope set up, okay? Each paycheck, take out $100, put it in that envelope. Now you got to be self-disciplined not to spend that money. You put that money in there, it stays, you don't touch it. Okay? Self-discipline, y'all. You dibble-dabble in that money, then before you know it, when that car payment's due, you ain't got the money. Okay? Each paycheck, set aside a budget for each category or each bill you have to pay. Each paycheck, take out so much, 4 equal increments. If you get paid 4 times a month, if you get paid weekly, if you get paid bi-weekly, you get paid twice a month, like the military. Y'all, we had to make things stretch for 2 weeks till that next paycheck. And buddy, you better believe we were upset sometimes when that paycheck was supposed to have gone in at midnight. And you get up the next morning and you're fixed to pay bills and it wasn't deposited? Yeah. Oh, y'all, we went through that so many times. Just because people in the military don't mean they don't have problems. And don't mean they're rich, because trust me, we weren't. Okay, enough about that. So sit down with a budget plan, a monthly budget plan. Figure out your bills for the month. Some of them you may have to estimate, like your gas and water, because you don't know how much you're going to be using. Wintertime's going to be different than summertime. Okay? Your water's going to fluctuate. Okay? Sit down and write down all your... This is just another tip for y'all. It may not have nothing to do with groceries, but it's going to help you learn. But it still helps with groceries, because groceries is in there. Because you got to eat, right? You got to have a roof over your head. You got to have something to drive to get to your job. Then you got to have something to eat. So it's right up there and the most important thing, okay? So budget. Write down all your bills, okay? Estimate and then write down how much everything's going to be every month. If you get paid week, set aside how much you need to take out of each paycheck for each bill. See, you got to keep breaking it down, okay? Like, let's say, when I was younger, my husband's better at this than I am, y'all, because he's the main provider of the household. But I just learned some things when I was younger. Like my car payment and my insurance. I knew how much I had 2 categories. I knew how much each thing was. And I added those together. That's what you're going to do next. After you get them all categorized and then you know how much they are a month, then add all those up and get your total sum of all your bills. Then each paycheck, take out that amount, take out some that will cover that amount. Do you see what I'm saying? Take your total sum, divide that by 4, or divide that by how many times you get paid. That's what I'm trying to say. In a roundabout way. Okay? It's budgeting and finance, y'all. Budgeting and finance. Okay? That's how you do this. Take out so much, put back in those little envelopes each week, and then when it's time to pay that bill, you've got that money in that envelope. Whichever way it is easier for you to figure out how to get that money in that envelope and divide it out into those envelopes, go for it. That's just the way I did it, y'all. Okay? But take some each week out of your paycheck and divide out into those envelopes. When it's time to go get those groceries, grab that little zippered envelope or that paper envelope and take it with you to the grocery store. That was your budget, and that's all you can spend. That is all you can spend. Okay? If you have a couple of dollars left over from your grocery budget, bless your heart, save it for the next grocery shopping trip, or take that $10 and put it to another bill. Whatever. Okay. Have a budget, have a plan, have an envelope, have that money with you or whatever. Some people now are opening up different bank accounts, savings accounts for each category. But y'all, that's just too many bank accounts to have to keep up with. I'd just rather do the paper envelope. I seriously, I would. I'd just rather do the paper envelope. Or if you can do this in your head and know how much money is in your account and know I can only put so much towards groceries, I need to have so much for, if y'all can do that in your head, more power to you. But you need to do this. Okay? You've got to learn budgeting and financing before you get out on your own. Okay? You need to learn that. All right? So now you've got your list. Now you've compared prices. Maybe you've used the tabloids. And y'all, I miss Walmart doing the ad match things. Y'all remember when they used to do that? I've got a friend I used to go to church with that, y'all, she was the ad matching queen. Hey, Amanda. She was and she taught us girls in the church a bunch of things about how to do this, and it paid off, but Walmart quit doing it. Some places still do it, but Walmart quit doing it. You know, they used to do if you find it somewhere else for cheaper, bring that tabloid into us, we'll match that price. Walmart quit doing it. There went that. I don't know what happened to the big hoopla about clipping coupons. A lot of people don't do that anymore. Maybe that's something you need to check into. I don't clip coupons. I don't have time for that. And they quit putting the coupon books in the mail. And some of our local newspapers, they quit putting them in there. So you're not getting them anyway. I don't know what happened to that. That used to be a big thing. If you clip coupons, please teach somebody how to do that. I ain't gonna say it again. How to do that, okay? I didn't do that, okay? I don't know, I can't teach you that. But there are some people out there, now they're into digital coupons. Get somebody to teach you. I can say that one, but digital coupons. I can say that one faster, but I can't put the two C's together. Get somebody to teach you how to do that, okay? Maybe you may have to go to 2 different stores to catch the different sales. Okay, if it's worth it to do that. Some people are like, yeah, but you're gonna spend gas money driving to all these different places. There's got to be a healthy balance somewhere. Okay, that's all I can say. Try to make your trip in one day. Try to make all your trips in one day, so you only have to get out one time. Okay, you may have to go here to get the meats, and then go here to get the better deals on the vegetables. Just make sure you're not having to do a 30-minute drive. Don't do a 30-minute drive, okay? Find your balance. Now, we're going in the grocery store. Here's where it gets real. This is what tore me up the other day. I used to go around the store and get as I was getting things off the shelf, I had a calculator. And I would always round it up to the nearest dollar. If it was 89 cents, I'd just go ahead and put $1 in, because I'm trying to calculate for taxes. Uncle Sam, by the time I get up to because I was on a budget. And I was trying not to go over that budget, okay? You got to allow for taxes, young people. They got to have their part, okay? So I would round it up to the next dollar instead of saying 89 cents, because I'm like, okay, I'm estimating. And y'all, I could get up to the cash register and I would be like within 50 cents. I was so proud of myself, because I'm like, whew. I didn't go that much over, but yet because I added that taxes in, okay? Or by the time you get done and you get a subtotal, if you know how to go ahead and calculate the taxes, do that. Y'all, there's been times I've actually had to put something back. I'm not embarrassed to say that, because I would rather go ahead and put it back right there than get up to the cash register and be embarrassed and have to put it back. So I need you to take this off. But I have had to do that sometimes too before. Yeah, it can be kind of embarrassing. And I've had to do it. I'm not embarrassed to tell you that I have gone over my budget and did not have the money. And I'm going to have to put a few things back. I'm so sorry. I know you spent all this time checking me out back when they had a bunch of checkers. Enough about that. I had a rant about that. Yeah, it was embarrassing. I had to. But y'all, I just didn't estimate something right. I think after that, it humbled me to take a calculator and then start doing that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and chunk in about 20 more cents to give Uncle Sam his part so I don't get up there. And it helped, y'all, okay? And then I taught my kids how to do it, okay? Now, I've got one, y'all, that don't do the budgeting. Lord, let him start getting tired of paying these high prices. Then maybe he'll say, Mom, can you give me some tips again? Go watch my video, son. Should have paid attention when I taught you. No, I'm not going to throw it back up in his face, okay? I did teach you how to do that. I got one that will just go and grab. We need this, we need this, we need this, we need this, we need that. You could have got that one for less. This one was cheaper than that. Y'all don't know how many times I have been in the grocery store, and I just did it the other day. This was on my video, y'all. I don't know if you've already seen it or you're fixing to see it, but you're gonna hear a rant, okay? I'm warning you right now. People would just go and buy me and just grabbing this and this and this and this and this, and I'm like, hey, ma'am, you could have got that one for a whole lot cheaper than what you just got that one for. Oh, y'all, I wanted to say something so bad. I did. And I'm like, well, it's none of my business. I'm just going to get this one because it's cheaper. Put it in my buggy. I want to speak up, y'all. And then there's been times I've been in the grocery store, y'all, and I have had the opportunity to help people. Okay, I helped a little old lady one day. She's on a fixed income, and I stood there with her, and I helped her. I don't want to get upset. Oh, I have a heart for little old people, y'all. And I'm like, Lord, thank you for giving me that opportunity. Thank you for giving me that opportunity to help her. Okay, because y'all, she was at the point where she was fixing to start putting some stuff back. And I'm sorry. I knew she needed those groceries. And then I'm just like, ma'am, I don't mean to butt in and I don't mean to pry, but do you see this sale right here? This one is actually cheaper than this one, and you get more ounces out of this one. And y'all, she just like, thank you. And then when I got in my truck, I'm like, thank you for giving me that opportunity. Thank you for letting me help somebody. This is why I'm doing this, y'all. I'm so sorry. This is why I'm doing this. This is my purpose. This is why I taught my kids. And this is why young people starting out need to know how to do these things. Okay? Please, for the love of God, learn it and get someone to teach you. Okay? Please take notes. Okay? Y'all, I'm so sorry. She just popped into my mind. She popped into my mind. And yes, I'm like, can I help you? Can I show you? And y'all, I think I went down to two more. I think I walked with her down 2 more aisles. And then her grocery shopping was done. And then, yeah. I've been in line before where I have actually seen somebody fixing to put something back and they only had 2 items left, and I'm like, stand right there, stay right there, just stay right there. And when I checked out my groceries, I said, grab those 2 items right there first, ring up these 2 items first, and I said, go ahead and put them in a bag and give them to him. I'm sorry, give it to that person. I'm not naming names and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody. And I'm like, and y'all, oh my gosh, that person got me. That person got me. That made my day. And I'm not bragging, but I made their day. It was something that they were going to put back because they didn't have the money for it. Random acts of kindness, y'all. Okay? Enough about that. I need to stop. Okay. We're going in the grocery store. Now, oh my gosh, y'all, these ideas just went bam. Okay, let me see. Let me gather my thoughts. I'm just gonna do like I was walking in the grocery store the other day. This is my rant. I'm walking in the grocery store. And I told you about the repackaging thing. I needed some carrots, okay, for a meal. But I was like, okay, it calls for baby carrots. And I'm like, okay, I can get them in the package, yada, 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 yada. Okay. Produce comes in 3 different categories. In the fresh, in the produce section, in the freezer section and in a can. Know how you need to use it in the recipe. If it calls for carrots and you're like, okay, I can either do canned carrots or I can go get the raw carrots and just peel them and cut them up myself, or I can go get the package of carrots from either over here or now in the freezer section. They come in three or four different ways to use them. Figure out which is the cheapest. Is it cheaper for me to go get a can of carrots? Or is it cheaper for me to just go and get them raw right here in the produce and do the labor myself? Or is it cheaper to get it in the package in the freezer section? Let me give you an example. I was wanting to make some stir fry, okay? And I knew I needed squash. I knew I needed zucchini because I love those paired together. And I'm like, ooh. Now, they don't have squash and zucchini in cans at the thing, okay? But I'll give you two examples, okay? Let's do the squash and the zucchini. First of all, it killed me to have to buy squash and zucchini because I got it in the freezer at home, and yeah, that's a whole different rabbit hole. It killed me to go have to buy it. Okay, but I'm like, all right, I got to get some, which is the best way. So I'm like, all right, I need a squash and a zucchini. Let's see. I went to the produce, y'all. One freaking squash cost $2.19 a pound. One squash can cost, one squash can be a pound I'm sorry, y'all. I think it's fixing to be the hiccups. One squash can be a pound or more. So I already know it's probably going to be $2.19 for one squash. Then I got to get a zucchini, and it's the same sale. Almost $5, $4.40 for two things just to go in one meal? I don't think so. So I'm like, all right, let's go check the freezer section and see if they've got a bag of stir-fry vegetables already. I found it cheaper in the freezer section. And all I had to do was open a bag. There may be times that you can find something that you're like the pre-cut stuff, the pre-cut fruits and stuff. Them pre-packaged ones, y'all, that they've already done all the labor with is more expensive than just going and getting that watermelon and that pineapple and taking it home and cutting it up myself. Okay? Know how you're going to use it. And then sometimes you may have to go over there and say, all right, let's go see what they got over here. Let's go see what they got over here. I had to do corn. I hate going to buy corn because I got it in my freezer. Okay? But I was like, okay, they got 4 ears of corn here for $1. Okay, let's just go get a can of corn. It's cheaper. I grabbed a can of corn because I only needed it for one little recipe. Shame on me because I spent 89 cents on a can of corn for one meal when I could have spent just a couple of cents more and got 4 ears of corn for $1, and I could have got another meal's worth. I'm still kicking myself in the tail for that one. See? 3 categories, 3 or 4 different categories you may have to go to find the best deal. Now, I know I said those tabloids are great, but here is something I discovered. They're running a sale in the tabloid on this. And you're all pumped up about it. Aha, I'm going to go grab that. And it's on your list. You done got it figured into your budget. You get in the store, and right beside it is another brand for a less price. Let's refigure the budget. Well, okay, I know I'm going to go ahead and get that one because it's less than what I've already got on my list, and it's in the tabloid. Watch that. Just because they run something on sale and print it real big in that tabloid doesn't mean you still can't find a better deal just by looking. Open your peepers. Grab you some glasses if you have to. Look. Okay? I went to the meat section. This is what broke me mentally. And this is why the person that is more mathematical minded, the mathematician, I call it math magician, I think, in my other video. The mathematician. My husband's like, it's mathematician, dear. Okay. The person that's better at math and can do it in their mind and figuring and comparing and budgeting needs to be the one that does the grocery shopping. Or teach the other person that does go do the grocery shopping how to do it. Because, y'all, this shopping trip wore me out mentally. I've never had a shopping trip do this to me. And it hit me all at once. They had like 3 different sales. And you really had to stand there and compare. Because it was like, do I get the 3-pound and the chub for this price? Or do I get that's where it was the price per pound. This one was like 2 for a certain set price. And then there was another one up here, y'all. 3 different ways that I had to figure out how they came up with that price and which one was going to be the better deal. Y'all, I don't care how long it takes you to stand there and do the math. Y'all should have seen my paper. I think I threw it in the trash. Y'all, I actually did. 2 will go into 8 4 times. Carry the 1 or bring down the 1. Now 2 will go into carry the 2. Y'all should have seen my paper. I forgot my calculator. I literally stood in that aisle and I did the math because I'm trying to spend my husband's hard-earned money wisely. And I'm trying to show him, I got this, babe. I can do this. Okay? I never had something wear me out. And then they got me down the cheese aisle. Oh my gosh. The meat, the cheese, and something else they were running on sale. Just absolutely. I wanted to just grab and get out of there and go home. Get out of there. Chicken. I'm still kicking myself in the tail for this one, y'all. I should have done it. But by the time my shopping trip was over, y'all, I went for convenience over spending wisely because I had a splitting headache. I was mentally distraught and just broke. And I'm like, I'm just going to do convenience right now. I'm just going to grab this. I'm out of here. I was so aggravated with myself because I'm like, I've never had this to happen to me. I've always just had it figured out before I even got in there. I didn't that day. Because they tripped me up. They tripped me up. With the cheese did me the same way. I'm standing there, okay, 2 for that price. This is 1 for this price, so many ounces. How many ounces? Oh my gosh. It wore me out, y'all. The chicken story. The convenience. And I'm still kicking myself in the tail for this one. I went to the chicken. I need to make a point. I went to the chicken over here. And then I'm like, that's a good price. That's a good price. I put it in my buggy. No, I didn't put it in my buggy. I was like, let me go check over here in the freezer section and see how much the bags of flash froze chicken is. how many ounces I can get, compare those prices. But y'all, that was a long stretch in between there. And I'm like, I do not feel like walking back over there. And then I was like, I went to the freezer section, checked out that price, and I'm like, I forgot what that one said. I don't do, canned chicken was on the next aisle. I just said, you know what? Forget it. I didn't get none of that bag chicken, none of that chicken that was on sale back there. I just went, y'all, and just grabbed. I said, I only need it for one little recipe, one little thing I'm making. I don't need to stretch it out. It's just one little thing I want. It's okay. I went and grabbed that can of chicken, y'all, and I paid more for it. I'm still kicking myself in the tail for that. If I would have just cared to just suck it up and put my big girl panties on and walk back over there and go get that, whichever one I had picked out the first time, I should have just done it, y'all. I'm kicking myself over the corn and the chicken. Okay? Let me make some points before I forget them, because the Lord said, you need to say that. Okay, here we go. Don't just grab the first thing you see. Point number 1, don't just grab the first thing you see. Because like I said, if I would have grabbed that squash and zucchini over here, just because I was grabbing and wanted to get out of there, oh, I need this, I would have been spending a whole bunch more that I could have bought something else with, instead of going and getting that bag of stir-fried vegetables that I found. See what I'm saying? See the price difference? That bag of mixed vegetables that had the squash and zucchini in it was like $1.39. $1.39. And it had everything in it that I needed. The quantity, it was a good sized bag versus $4.40 for one squash, one zucchini. And they were small, y'all. I don't think so. See how much I would have spent versus this one if I would have just grabbed the first thing I saw. And then, y'all, that's where I'm like, I see people doing it all the time, and I just want to go, okay, stop. Don't grab the first thing you see. If it means you got to walk over here to compare, do it. Get your steps in anyway if you got a Fitbit. You get your steps in anyway. Get that cardio in there, y'all. Okay. Second point. They're going to trip you up. They're going to have a sale over here and then a sale in the middle of the store. It's called display, something. They're taught how to do this, y'all. They're taught how to put something here as you first walk in, because that's going to be the first thing you see, and it's on your list, or an idea comes to you, oh, I want that. Don't grab the first thing you see. They're going to put the higher priced thing out in the open where it's going to draw your eyeball attention to it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't grab the first thing you see and say, let's go see if I can find that somewhere else. Okay? Next point. If something is marked down and it has a sticker on the back, because I caught this. I had a bag of spinach that had been reduced, and it had a reduced sticker on it, and it said reduced in big bold letters. I get up to the cash register. It didn't ring up that way. I had to call somebody over there and show them. Oh, they didn't put it in the computer. The minute that you put that sticker on that ingredient, that produce, or that whatever, it needs to immediately go into that computer. Okay? I ain't trying to tell you how to do your job or nothing, but a little something's got to happen, okay? I don't care if I've done this. I did this the other day because I'm like, they're not getting me again. Because they did it twice, okay? And I'm like, they're not getting me again. I don't care. Y'all take a pen and a piece of paper with you. If you see something is on sale, like they're doing onions for 99 cents a pound, okay? There's no barcode on it. You gotta weigh it. Write it down. Onions, 99 cents a pound. Anything that has a sticker on it, write it down. What the reduced sticker price says. Write it down. I don't care how long it takes you. Do it. Take a pen and a piece of paper with you. If you can keep up with this mentally, fine. But me, I gotta write it down. Okay. If something is in like one of those, whatever, if they've got a group of something and there's a sign plain as day right above it and they match, write it down. Write it down. I don't know who you are, okay? Write it down. Because when you get all these things that you found these great sales on, and you're like, aha! Y'all, it's happening in stores everywhere. You get up to the cash register and they do not ring up for that price. They do not ring up. I don't care how long it takes you in the checkout line. We're not going to get a controversy started about self-checkout and checkers, okay? If you get in the line and you prefer that line and somebody's checking you out, watch it. Watch every time she rings up something. Her or he. Watch every time they ring up something. Make sure it rings up for that price, because if you watch it and it don't, you can call them out on it and say, whoa, wait. That was onions were supposed to be 99 cents a pound. It's ringing up $1.09 a pound. Did you catch that? It's happening in stores, y'all. Them little stickers ain't ringing up right. That's been reduced. If there's a sale sign above it and it matches, and you get up there, I bought some sausage and I was like, I know what I saw. The sign is there. It said $1.99 and it's not ringing up $1.99. She didn't want to have somebody to go check it. And I'm like, all right, take it off. Because I'm not paying that. I know what the sign says. I said, if you send somebody back there and that sign says something different, I'll apologize to you in front of everybody. She was like, it's $1.99 now. Okay, thank you. Because I know what I saw. I don't care if you have to stand there and take a picture of it. Write it down, y'all, because it's happening everywhere. People are getting up to the checkout and something's not ringing up right and you're not paying attention to it. A loaf of bread I bought. A loaf of bread. It was originally $4.49 for that loaf of bread. I could have made that loaf of bread, y'all. Anyway, but we weren't at home, so I'm like, I can't do my homemade bread baking, so I'm just going to have to get it. But had a big reduced sticker on it, $1.35. Do y'all see a big price difference there if that had not have rung up right? Do y'all see the big price difference? $4.49. Somebody do the math. I don't have a calculator. Somebody do the math. $4.49. Subtract $1.35. Tell me what the difference is. You see how much I would have been charged if I hadn't have caught it and just ringing up stuff and not paying attention to make sure everything's ringing up right? I would have spent $3 and something, or $3, close to $3, whatever. Y'all do the math. I can't think straight right now. That's how much I would have been. They would have got me, and I would have never known. I would have never known that I just, hey, that didn't ring up right. I really just spent $4.49 on that loaf of bread when it was supposed to have been $1.35. There went my budget. There went my budget. And then, y'all, I found so many great deals over here. Yes, I found meat prices on sale. Got that cheese on sale. Got them canned biscuits on sale. Yay! I get over to the jarred stuff. Tell me why pimentos, little jar of pimentos is on this side of the store, and roasted red peppers and olives and banana peppers in the jars and stuff is over here. Please tell me. I walked that store 3 times trying to find pimentos. Walked by them because I thought they were over here. Walked by them 3 times trying to find them. They got them tucked in a little corner. What? But, oh my gosh. I think they do that on purpose, y'all, sometimes. Put something somewhere else so you have to go down all these other aisles for eyeball attraction. I think they do it on purpose, y'all. Y'all, I saved money over here, but then by the time I got over here to get my roasted peppers that I needed and some banana peppers and some olives, there went my budget. So much for trying to save money, because what I saved over here, I just blew it here. Y'all, tips and tricks. Learn the tips and tricks that they use to try to get your attention on focus on something else. Run and go grab this instead of paying attention to those little things that's hollering at you. Hey, I'm cheaper. I'm cheaper. I got more pounds. I got more ounces. I'm cheaper. Don't go buy that. They're hollering at you, y'all. Learn some tips and tricks about grocery shopping. Learn some tips and tricks on on budgeting. Learn how to put that money back to cover all those expenses when it comes time to. You got the money there. Be self-disciplined not to spend them. Learn how to keep... I still can't say it. Coupons. Learn how to do that. If somebody can teach, I don't know why I can't say that fast, y'all. I cannot put those 2 words together. Clip coupons. I'm not saying it again. Learn how to do that. Digital. But like I said, still, if you get the tabloids out or you look them up on the app, still keep your eye open for sales that might not be as advertised. Okay? Because they're really wanting you to get this one thinking that it's a great big old sale when actually this one right here is cheaper, but they're not going to put that one in the tabloid. Open your eyes when you get in that grocery store. I don't care how long it takes you to look, and I don't care how long it takes you to stand there and do the math. Do it. And then when you do find something that's on sale, you better write that baby down to make sure it rings up right at the cash register. Y'all, I'm not kidding. I don't care how long it takes you. It's your money you're spending. We can do this. We can stop a bunch of this nonsense. Okay? Toilet paper? It's getting expensive to wipe your own booty. I said it. Okay. Make sure things are ringing up right. And like I said, y'all, stores are supposed to honor whatever signs are put up there. And she was like, it could have just been a sign that somebody just forgot to take down from an old sale. That ain't my problem, honey. That's your problem. That's the store's problem. That sign is still up right now. I know what I saw. You're going to have to honor that price. I'm not telling y'all to go in these stores, y'all, and start trouble. You got to protect yourself. It's your money. You need to stand up and speak out and say, no, there's a sign over there. You're supposed to honor that price. They don't want y'all to know all that, y'all. They do not want y'all to know all that. Shop those Bent and Dent stores. Okay? So Dollar Tree. Y'all, I was in Dollar Tree picking up something else, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if they've got this here. They had it, and I was like, $1? Oh, yes, baby, I'm getting that. I'm getting that. Y'all, Dollar Tree, Dollar General is starting to carry more groceries. That's why I'm saying compare, y'all. Get their tabloids. Go in there and look. Try to make all your shopping trips in one day. Excuse me. I swear, y'all, that's just water. Oh gosh, is there anything else that just really got to... I am going to get into a rant. I'm going to, y'all. I'm going to say it. And I'm probably going to make some people mad. But y'all, I don't understand what's going on in these stores. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to. I don't mind self-checkouts, y'all. I don't mind. And here's why. I've been in a hurry before. Like needing to get to a doctor's appointment or getting a school pickup line or something. And I'm like, I can't stand in that line. It's so backed up. I do it myself. And I'll do it myself. But y'all, to the ones behind me, I don't get paid to do that. I didn't go through training for that. Keep your drawers on and don't get your panties in a wad. Don't stand there tapping your foot at me for me to hurry up. Be patient. Be patient. Because I'm going to take my time. I'm going to make sure them things ring up right. I'm going to take my time. Number 2, you forced this self-checkout on us. You're literally paying somebody to stand there and watch me have trouble checking out my groceries sometimes. And then, when I'm all done, I'm finally done, Karen. Behind me, tapping her toes. Come on, let's go. Or Nancy. I don't care who you are. And I'm all in my buggy. I've got my receipt in my purse. Get my keys out, and I'm all chugging and ready to go. I need to see your receipt. No, you don't. Oh, honey, no, you don't. Because you just, for one thing, stood there and watched me do it. For number 2, you push this on us. You trust us to do this. Just know that I paid for everything that's in this bag. Don't stop me on the way out. I'm sorry. Oh, y'all. I told y'all this may be a rant. Okay, enough ranting. I done that in another video. I was hot that day. And I don't mean like, I mean like hot. Because that's the day I was mentally broke down and wore out from shopping to begin with. And then you want to stop me at the door. I didn't see your receipt. No, you don't. No, you don't. You've made this part of our normal world now. Make it normal for me to just keep on chugging and just trust that I checked everything out. You're welcome. It's going to get raw sometimes. Take up for yourself. I know y'all, they're concerned about shoplifting and stealing, and y'all, but what do you expect? What do you honestly expect when you're not paying the employees to stand there and be the ones doing the checking? Okay, I'm done before I've probably made somebody mad. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm really not, because I don't understand what's going on with these stores. But I do not mind self-checkout. Just don't give me no lip. Don't give me no trouble. I don't mind checking out my groceries because I'm like, I got to go. I may have 3 items. I'm not standing in line 20 minutes for 3 items. I'll just go do it myself. Zip, zip, zip. And I'm going and out of there, and I make my destination on time. See my halo? Okay? I don't mind self-checkout. But don't cause all these problems when you got it started. There you go. Y'all, I had to spit these things out because these were new, fresh incidences that happened. And I'm like, they need to know that. They need to know how they can trip you up. They need to know how to watch for this and how to watch for this. Our other son, y'all, he's gotten more conscious of standing there comparing. I got one that's just willy-nilly grabby. I got the other one that will stand there and do this. When the other one gets tired of paying those high prices, he'll learn. He'll learn. The other one is like, I get it now, Mom. I get it. I get what you taught us. Good. Good. Y'all, I'm fresh out of ideas at the moment. If I come up with some more, I'll write them down. There may be a part 2. But y'all, for you young kids just starting out, if nobody taught y'all how to do these things and you weren't put to use in the grocery store by either doing a calculator, reading the list, or going and getting the stuff and getting your energy out, and you didn't learn how to do any of this, now's a good time to learn. Okay? Get that notebook out. Get that busy binder. Fix you up some envelopes. Come up with a budget. Do your meal planning by shopping the sales, okay? Stretching those ingredients down to those meals. Then when it's time to make the next list, shop what you got on hand first. Make meals around that first. Then supplement 1 or 2 little items. Your grocery list will be smaller. Okay? Use up what you got on hand first. Y'all, that's all I can think of right now off the top of my head. I had to compile it all into one video instead of like this tip here, this tip here, this tip. Did I mention about buying something in bulk and then bringing it home and breaking it down into meal portions, servings, and then repackaging it and putting it different? Did I say? There you go. There's another tip. I can't remember if I did that, y'all, or not. Yeah, that's what we do. Like our meats and stuff, we'll go buy them purposely when they go on sale. And we're constantly looking at the sales. And y'all, if you can, some stores run like a 10 for 10 something. Stock up on those. Y'all stock your pantry. Okay? Shop for later on down the road. If you can spare it, shop for later on down the road and say, man, that's a good sale. I don't know when it's going to come back on sale. Let's see if I can swing it and just go ahead and get it now. There you go. Do that. Okay? Buy them when they're on sale. Buy some extra. Bring it home. Use it down the road or repackage it. And yeah. I'm fresh out of ideas, y'all, I think, at the moment. If I come up with some more, like I said, there may be a part 2. But you young people, you've got to learn how to do this. Because you're going to be the one going and doing the grocery shopping. Or you're going to be like, look, dear or hubby, I know there's more ways you can save money on the grocery budget. Let's learn something, okay? Something. And then the one that's more mathematical and that can do all this, let them be the ones to do the grocery shopping. Y'all go together and do it together, okay? Don't just grab the first thing you see, y'all. I hope y'all wrote all that down on your little piece of paper. And if you didn't, go back and watch the video and start taking notes. Because I'm telling you, y'all, they're sneaking things in and finding ways to trip you up that's going to wind up costing you more money if you don't pay attention. Make sure it's ringing up right before you leave that store. My husband has actually, he didn't pay attention as he was ringing it up because there's a Karen in the line stomping her feet. Don't do that. Don't be that person. And then he's like just chunking stuff in the buggy just to get out of the line. Or he's been in a hurry and like, I want to get in here and get out. He's the kind that he's like, I just want to get in there and get what I got to get and get out. I'm like, I'm the one who just like looks at everything, okay? But he gets out to the truck and scans his receipt. I said, you should have done that in the store. But who's me to say to tell you how to grocery shop? He gets in the truck and he looks at that receipt and he's like, wait, that rung up wrong. And it was a meat sale. And he purposely knew what the sale was because that's why he drove there, to get that sale. And then he didn't pay attention when he was ringing it up and he gets in the truck and he's like, dang, damn it. He has to get his receipt and go right back in the store and grab the manager and make them give him the sale price. Y'all, scan your receipt in the truck if you have to. Stand there. If you don't have time to do it in the thing and you didn't think about doing it when you were in the store to stand there and write things down, you didn't have time to do that. Y'all, please, before you drive off of that parking lot, sit there in your vehicle and go through your receipt. Make sure you got that sale on that bread. Make sure you got that sale on that those onions. Make sure things rung up right. Okay? If they don't, you circle it. You get out of your truck. Take your little receipt back in there and find a manager. And say, the groceries are in the truck. I just walked out of here, but they didn't ring up right. If they make you get your merchandise back out of the vehicle so they can rescan it, tell them to come out to your truck with you and bring a buggy with you and help you get it out of your vehicle. Do what you gotta do, y'all, to protect yourself, because they're tricking us, y'all. They're putting things in there. Somebody's not doing their job. I said it. Somebody's not doing their job, and you're the one paying for it. Y'all, I'm getting hungry. I think I've said everything that come to my mind, and then seeing some things, remembering things I put in this other video. I don't know if it's already up or you're fixing to get it. Okay? You're going to learn today. Yeah. I hope this helps. And it's all in one video to where you don't have to fish around, okay? And I'm going to make sure it's got that catchy title to where you'll know, aha, that's the one. That's where she said that. That's where I can find all her info in one video. I just took all them bits and pieces from other videos and just tried to put them in one so you're not having to fish around, okay? So here you go. Y'all, I hope I've helped you. Let's get to teaching these young people. Let's get to helping these older folks that are on fixed incomes from getting taken advantage of. I'm hungry. I hope I've helped y'all in some way. Y'all write that stuff down. Refer to your notes. Please be mindful the next time you go grocery shopping. I will see y'all in the next one.